Oh, hello guys. Hello guys. It's your boy. The big loser. I don't really have a good name, so I just named myself the big loser because I'm such a loser. And I don't know if these videos are gonna be good, but I just make them for you guys' entertainment. So, in today's video, I'm going for part 3 of What If Naruto Got Neglected. And in the last part, Minato delivered the divorce papers. And now he's with Naruto. Just know Naruto is gonna have the dark personality. And you guys are gonna asking, what ship I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do don't hate now. I'm just gonna be first it's Sakura and Sakura. Please don't disclaim. First it's Sakura and Naruto, but Sakura is gonna be only using Naruto just to get with Sasuke. And then an angel, a goddess I mean, is gonna take the form of a human and is gonna come to Naruto's aid. That's what I'm saying. So, let's get into the video. And I think I'm gonna do all the parts all the way up to Boruto. I think in one thing for you guys. So, grab your talkies and let's get into the video. So, Minato noticed how Naruto is not the innocent boy that he used to know. And he's like, he's not innocent anymore. He's not how he used to be. He used to be. Now he's not. Okay, I don't know what to do. Maybe I can Sakura. He has always told me how he liked Sakura. Maybe if I tell Sakura, no, never mind, Sakura won't do it for me. I'm not gonna ask her anyway. So this is where Naruto gets enrolled into the academy. And he's like, I'm gonna act dumb so when it comes to the final exam, they see me as a god level. So Naruto's now in the academy. He's still at the bottom of the class just so he can deception is the best part of a ninja. He goes by that. So he's deceiving everybody. That used to be my costume until my account got reset and hacked. And Naruto now is acting dumb. Sasuke is still getting all the girls. No one really talks to Naruto. Mema and Rito shoot glares. I mean, Boruto and Kushito shoot glares at Naruto. Like, I hate you, scum, stupid bag. Like that. And Naruto really doesn't care about how they feel. And they're gonna be like, oh. They bully him, but when the teacher's around, they have no authority. But when the teacher's not, because Minato says, make sure Mema and Rito don't bully him. And now, he doesn't get bullied by anybody else but them. When the teacher's not around, they're kind of like teachers' pets. So they act all nice when the teacher's not around, and they get mad and shoot hateful glares at Naruto when the teacher's not. When the teacher is not around. So That's how they are. And that's the character that they're gonna be. Even though it's stupid, it's gonna be like that. So, it's come to the Genny exam. Aruka's like, Naruto, please pass. I don't want to see you here in the next exam. I hope you just pass. You need to get out. Please don't prove your mother and Jiraiya Sensei correct. And then Naruto says one thing to Jiraiya. Deception is the greatest part of the ninja. He tells Aruka Sensei, and then he performs the clone jutsu. Not just the clone jutsu, shadow clone jutsu. And Aruka's like, Naruto, when did you learn this? And Naruto says, I've been hiding back my power, so I can be known as the last place. And then, so whenever people try to challenge me, they think that I'm bad and suddenly hold back. I'm bad. They get the bad idea, and they suddenly, when they see my blinding speed, they suddenly lose. They gotta take cover right now. Find some meds. And that's when Aruka's like, I never knew that you were that smart, Naruto. And that's because, don't think that I knew that was that smart. Oh god, sorry guys for losing. My camera's kind of glitching up, but next time I swear I'll win, guys. I'm sorry, I'm absolutely sorry for losing, but then Naruto walks out with Minato while Minato's patting his head and saying good job, Naruto, and then he gets his headband, and then Kushina and Jiraiya and Tsunade see this, and they say, what did you do so he can get into the in the thing? He was dead last. They say to him, I did nothing. He's way more powerful than all of you guys. He's more powerful than you guys. And Naruto says, oh, thank you, Dad. They say, how about you ask him to do the clone jutsu right now? I bet he can't do it. And he says, okay. Naruto perform the clone jutsu. Naruto does the clone jutsu with any hassle. He says, shadow clone jutsu. Multiple clones behind him. The ramen guy. The ramen guy's daughter, Minato, and himself. And he says, is this enough proof for you guys? And he says, they say, what? Minato says, but I swear that he was dead last. And he's like, deception is the greatest part of being a ninja. So you guys moved on that fast that you guys didn't remember how smart I was? Wow. How smart I was and how intellectual I was. You used quickly to throw me out at 3, but couldn't see how smart I was. Sad. Especially you, Jiraiya and Tsunade, making up a false prophecy. And Jiraiya's like, what? And then he's like, okay, I really don't care anymore. I really don't care anymore. And he says, you want to get some ramen? And then Baruto, Kushito, and all of them say, what about us? Guys, I'm gonna land real quick and aid my mother, because she's not calling me, even though she knows I'm recording. So I'm just gonna land real quick, get everything that I need, and I'm gonna pause the video and come back with some more juicy content. So, Minato just ignores them and goes to the ramen store with them. And you know what those snakes do? Jiraiya, Tsunade, and all of them do? They follow him. Why can't I get in? They follow him. They follow him just so they can see what he's doing. So they follow him. They see them go to the ramen shop. Like, that should have been us. Why didn't you take us to the ramen shop, mommy? And she explains how they broke up. Now they're not together. Oh God, no. He's gonna come after me. It's like, and he's like, okay. I need the meds. Okay. And then they're like, but why would Daddy do that? For Naruto demon-like self. And he's like, but he's our dad, not Naruto's. And they're like, he's I know, right? But he's all of you guys' dad, but he's not. He doesn't really care about Naruto. He's just trying to make Naruto feel good. Okay, so can we still pick up Naruto? Because Dad might not want us to. And they say, it's not what Dad wants, it's what you guys want. And Kushina's like, why Naruto? Kushina's kind of in a depressed state, but she's not showing it to anyone. He just like plays it off like him leaving is nothing bad. Okay, I'm gonna pause the video. I'm back, guys. And I guess I'm going to get right now. Why did I keep doing that? Oh God, someone's here. I feel like I'm playing solo squads. Probably I am. I don't know. That's it. I just want the mask.
Okay.
I should just heal myself real quick. Drink some Red Bull. And head out. Side to side, no one there. And let's get back into the video. So Naruto having fun with his dad. His dad's saying, guess what? Your birthday's coming up, and your Joni squad leader's coming. His name is Kakashi Hatake. He's up to starting them. He's a copy type ninja. He's a copy ninja. He's the copy ninja. Next, and Naruto says, I know. How do you know who Kakashi is? I just know him because I read a lot of books. And sometimes I read the bingo book. He says, okay. So when it's your birthday, you know what I'm gonna get you? I'm gonna get you a new scroll, so you can pass the grade, so you can learn more jutsu. And Naruto says, okay, I have to go. Let's go back to my animals friends. I had to summon some meat, cause I think I mentioned this. Naruto created a jutsu where he can summon food. So he summons food for the animals so they can live in the environment that he chose. So he goes back to that place where he is, and then he walks in, opens up the door, and see that all the animals are slaughtered, even the bears. And he's like, and there's blood splattered all over the walls, and he's like, what? He's like, who did this? In a scared and shaky voice. Whoever did this is gonna pay! Him screaming. And then Minato runs through the door and like, Naruto, what's happening? And he sees all the animals are slaughtered. Who did this? Whoever did this is gonna pay. No. I'm gonna make them pay. These animals were the things that I had. Only thing. Him screaming, and then all the power that he's been holding aside, his bloodlust starts spoiling out. His power, his chakra is rising. And Kushina and Jiraiya and Kushito, Baruto, and those snakes hear him, his bloodlust. If you were in the Cloud Village right now, even the Raikage can feel this bloodlust. The 5 nations feel this bloodlust, and it's making some people die, not die, throw up. It made Minato almost pass out. I mean, it made Baruto and Kushino almost pass out while they're throwing up as how much bloodlust and fear Naruto's emanating. And they're like, and Kushina, and Tsunade and Jiraiya and Kushina turn to each other, and Baruto and Kuchito they all look at each other and say, we're fucked. And then Naruto's slowly walking through the village, pretty angrily, and he's like walking all over to his house. He's like, Mother! Grandfather! Grandma! Brother and sister! And his body flickers in there. He didn't put a flying rising kunai in there, because I don't think he should have it there. So he body flickers in there, and is sitting in front of them, looking at them with such hateful glares. And they're all sick. They're like, it wasn't us. And he's like, it wasn't us what? How do you know what happened to me? And he looks at them. And the only thing he does is he like does that Saitama punch, a serious punch, but like 5 all flying, sending through a couple of trees, like boom, like there's like a whole I can't even explain how much damage is done. Naruto's slowly going up. And let's say that there's one animal living, one there that slowly walks up to Naruto. Calmly and slowly, like, because he's all bloodied up. So he's like, he gets out of his rage and it starts healing the thing. And this is where Haguro almost decides to give Naruto the Rinnegan, just so he can do one thing, because he knows Naruto's healing thing is not that strong, and it can't revive dead people. So he gives Naruto the Rinnegan. The Rinnegan abilities. He doesn't give Naruto like the purple eyes and all that. He just gives the Rinnegan's abilities to Naruto. And Naruto gains the abilities. And he hears somebody talking telepathically. And it's not Kurama. It's the King of Hell. The King of Hell says, Master, whenever you want to summon me, throw your dead animal friends into my mouth, and I will heal them up to 100%. And Naruto says, okay, and he summons the King of Hell right there. Throws the dare in his mouth. The dare heals. You know what he does? So he goes back to his house, and then the place where the animals got slaughtered. And he throws all the animals inside the King of Hell, reviving them. I know you guys are going to say how the King of Hell can't revive people, but Naruto's power is so strong that it impacts the King of Hell. So now he can revive the dead. I'm saying, so Naruto doesn't turn into a complete monster. Goes to his house, put the animals in the King of Hell, and sees them come back to life. And this is where he's happy. Hugs all of them. And they're all confused. How are they still alive? They just got manslaughtered. Sorry guys, I was just my parents were in the room right now. They were arguing with my older brother, because he doesn't like to clean. Let's just get back on the material that we left off at. We left off at Naruto reviving the animals. Naruto's happy, and the animals are confused. How are they alive? They ask Naruto, "How are we alive?"
Yo, get me some water.
Naruto says, "So yeah, guys, the animals are asking, where were we?" And I'm sorry for the noise in the background. My mother is talking on the phone. So, let's get back. So Naruto, the animals are asking, and then Naruto says, somebody in my head told me to summon them, and I summoned them. It was like a big mouth, and I threw you guys in. And now you guys are healed up. And they said, oh, okay. And they say, okay. That's like, I'm so glad you guys are alive. And they say, we are too. We love you, Naruto-san. And they say, Naruto says, I love you guys too. And Naruto says, how would I, for now on, I'm gonna have a lock on the door, and only I can get in my phone. Okay? And they say, okay.
That's smart. That's what I said.
And then Naruto goes and asks his father for a lock on the door. And he sees that the animals are revived. The blood is still there, but the animals are revived. And he's like, how are they still alive? And Naruto says, someone in my head told me to summon him. And I summoned it. And then they're now alive. I don't know how.
I need attachments.
I don't know how, but they're alive. And then he's like, okay, I believe you, kind of. And then he's like, okay.
Really, Minty? Really, Minty?
And he's like, okay. And he believes him. And that's cool. He knows his son is really powerful. Okay, and he knows his son is really powerful. And so he doesn't really question it. So he starts reading more books, and he finds about the Renegon. And then it tells him all the attributes of the Renegon and all that. And all the attributes of the Renegon and how the Renegon works. So he's learning about the Renegon. He's like, okay, I see. So the thing that I used was the Renegon, I believe. And he says, right here. And then and he's like, okay, so I need to get this down. So I forgot to mention that then we go to all the way to the then Naruto's like, Naruto meets Kakashi. And I forgot to mention something. Sakura and Sasuke are shooting daggers at Naruto, and Sakura in her mind says, I can pretend like I can act all lovey-dovey with Naruto, and then Sasuke would see how I am, and he would want me, and she like, perfect idea. And Naruto's gonna unlock ability call, and he can sense people's feelings, but he's not gonna unlock it now. He's gonna unlock it after Sakura betrays him and breaks his heart. So then Sakura walks up to Naruto, and she says, Naruto, can me and you get together? She says. And then Naruto's like, for what? Doesn't everybody hate me? And she's like, but I don't really hate you. It's just that some things I don't really like about you. But in all, I really like you. Naruto's like, I like you too, but I don't want to tell you anything because I thought you was gonna just hate on me and tell me that how I'm stupid and all that. Sakura in her mind says that demon thinks I would love him, and in her head, she's like, so do you want to get together? And Sasuke's like, what? She always loved me. And then Naruto says, before we get together, didn't you always like Sasuke? Yeah, but I see that he doesn't love me. Sasuke's like, I can't, what? She doesn't love me anymore? And he's like, I would be okay if it was someone else except Naruto, but why does she like Naruto? And he's like, as soon as they go on their first date, I'm gonna break it apart and see if Sakura still likes me, and I'm gonna get in love together with her. And then he's like, perfect idea. So Naruto says, we'll go on a date. Says, since we known each other for a long time, I say that we go on a date on Wednesday. And she agrees. And then that's when Kakashi walks in. And then Kakashi's like, this group is boring. Then he looks at Naruto, and he says, that guy has immense power. It might like him. Oh yeah. So Naruto's like, oh yeah, I'm right now I don't want Kiba in the Konoha 12. So goodbye Kiba, and hello Mama and Mito. So Mama and Mito are in there. This quick retcon. I forgot to mention this. They get Kushina and the snakes. That's what I'm calling them now. Get healed. I'm just saying that by Tsunade, because she's slowly getting up, and she decides to heal them all by using 100 healings. She heals herself and heal everybody else. So Naruto is like, and then Kakashi talks about the bell test and says, go upstairs, go up to the roof, and they go up to the roof. So they ask what their goal is. Sakura has to change up her goal. Sasuke's goal is the same thing. Now let me say what Sakura's goal is. She says, I love what I like, Naruto. What I hate, the fact that Sasuke used to hate me, and that the fact that Sasuke used to hate me, and I don't really like people that hate me, because why should I like them if they hate me? And then Naruto's like, and then he says, I like Sakura, my new girlfriend, and I dislike my mother, father, my godfather Jiraiya, and my godmother Tsunade, because they all hate me. And just like Sakura, why like people that you hate? Why like people that hate you? Unless they have a good spot, have a good heart. So Naruto says all that, and Kakashi says, and Naruto notices that there's only 2 bells, and he says, Naruto's not thinking right now, so he says, only 2 people can pass. And Naruto says, okay, it's time for me and Sakura to get on the team. And Naruto and Sakura says, me and Naruto are gonna be on a team. And Naruto, when Kakashi says go, Naruto really has the bells back in the same place that he was. And Kakashi's like, and then Naruto jingles the bells in front of Kakashi's face. And Kakashi sees that the bells are in Naruto's hands. And he's like, I just said go. The others disappear. The others didn't even get a chance to hide, and he really has the bells. And Naruto's like, Naruto's like, I got the bells. Me and Sakura pass.
I don't know how.
And then Kakashi's like, what? It's confusing. He's like, he got the bells faster than I can see. Not even my Sharingan can pick up with that speed. I don't think the Mangekyo Sharingan could keep up with that speed. But Naruto says, you wanted to see speed. I showed you some speed. And then Kakashi says, you all pass. Sasuke is intrigued. Sakura's like, can't even say a word. And Naruto says, but you said, oh, this exercise was about teamwork. And since I grabbed it on my own, I didn't use teamwork, and we all just passed. And then Naruto says, okay. And Naruto says, okay. And Naruto says, okay. So I'm gonna go. And Naruto grabs Sakura's hand and says, you know what? And asks Sakura, do you want to go on a victory dinner, a victory date or something? And Sakura says, hell yeah. And she said, if Sasuke would have asked me to go on a victory dinner, I would have said yes. And Naruto says, okay. And then they go on their victory dinner. And then, sorry guys if I'm using up all of my keys and cheating. And then they go on their victory dinner. Sakura dreading it, but acting fake. Then Naruto is like, okay, how was that, Sakura? Sakura says, it was good. And then Ino walks up to her and says, you always hated the brat. Why do you like him now? She says, I'm only using him so Sasuke can like me. Naruto's already at home, so he doesn't hear this. Naruto doesn't hear it. And he can't feel bad because he can't hear it. So then Sasuke walks over and says, Sakura, I've been foolish. I really like you, and I want to hide it because I was in a depressing state. But I would like to go out with you now. And Sakura says, of course, I'll go out with you. Only on one condition. You can never disrespect me ever again. Wait, you can do whatever you want, but... You can do whatever you want, but... You have to kiss me right now. And Naruto says, it's gonna go back to Sakura because he forgot that she might need an escort home. And then that's when Naruto pops up and sees Sakura and Sasuke kissing. And then he drops, because he got roses in his hands, and he drops the roses in front of, and then Sakura and Sasuke see him. Sakura's like, I'm sorry. And then Sakura says, it's Naruto, continue kissing me. And Ino looks at him and says, and has a sorry look on her face. Naruto just run, like literally speeds back home, runs past the animals, but he would usually greet them, runs into his room, and starts crying, bawling his eyes out. The person that I love, the person I love, she's just using me so she can get with Sasuke. I should have known something was wrong. No one ever likes me. And Hagoromo sees him crying and is like, but in this, Kaguya has a daughter, bro. And Kaguya's daughter is watching. And she's like looking at Naruto and all his suffering. And then she's like, mother. Because they sealed Kaguya, but they didn't seal her daughter. So Naruto's like, and Kaguya's daughter, let's call her Faguya. Faguya is like, mother, I want him to be my bride. And Kaguya is like, you know that's my grandson, right? The reincarnation of your grandson. But he's not really your grandson. He just is the reincarnation. So I can date him. He can be my husband. And Naruto says, and he says, she's like, okay, but if he doesn't like you, it's not my fault. Mother, I have more looks than you, her jokingly saying. You know, just because you're hotter than me doesn't mean nothing. Kaguya jokingly says too. And then she's like, yeah, okay, mother, I'm gonna go down to earth now. And then she goes down to earth. Then she pops right in front of Naruto. Like an angel, like a goddess, I mean. Again, using my keys just so I can keep up the video. And then she's like, hello, my name is Faguya. And I come here. Oh my god, I just wasted all my keys. Now I have to buy some. And I come here to be your bride. And Naruto's like, starts bawling his eyes out for a second and says, Who are you? Like that little meme. Wait a minute. Who are you? And she says, my name is Faguya. And my mother is Kaguya. And currently, she's right now sailed up on the moon. And I asked her for permission to come down to Earth and for you to be my husband. And Naruto says, so you're an alien? She says, pretty much, I am one. And she's like, why would you want me? Because me and you and my mother are quite a lot alike. And I really like you. And he's like, I'm not stupid. I know you're gonna break my heart. Just like that pink-haired Sakura. And she says, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna break your heart. I'm not like that Sakura girl who you used to like. And he's like, but I have the Nine Tails. Naruto really made contact with the Nine Tails. Just saying, the Nine Tails actually likes Naruto. Gives him his chakra whenever he please. And he's like, I know. I actually like the Nine Tails. I find his 9 tails and his fur very relaxing and comfortable. And she's like, okay, I understand. So, what do I do now? What do I do now? I'm sorry, guys. Guys, I know I'm such a cheapskate doing that just so I can play it again. But the only reason why I'm keep buying these, I'm getting these coins is because I want to entertain you guys while I talk about my boring stuff. Because most YouTubers usually have a blank screen while you just listen in, like a storyteller. But I want to entertain you guys, so I'm now doing this. Juicy. So now Naruto's like, so you come to be my lover. Do you know what that means? Yes, and I'm fully capable of doing that. And I can cook and clean. Even though I'm not such a good cooker, I'm a cleaner. I can do the cleaning. Naruto says, okay, you tell my dad about your existence. What? Okay, I can't do that. I'm tell your dad about tell my dad about your existence. So he's not suspicious why I have a girl along with me, a girl with me that is beautiful and living in the same house as me. She says, don't flatter her. You know what? Let's change it up. I'm gonna play some Sword Art Online. You're flattering me too much. You're flattering. And then Naruto tells his dad about everything. And he doesn't really mind. Because he heard about Naruto's breakup and how she was just using him to get with Sasuke. So he doesn't really care. Right now I'm eating Takis while I wait. No, yeah, the only reason why I'm doing this because somebody in my comments said part 3. So I'm creating part 3. Even though you guys didn't hit the like goal of 5 likes. So now we have this relationship. When Naruto buys groceries, the animals love Fagia. Naruto buys the groceries, goes home. No, he doesn't buy groceries. He makes food from his hand, from the jutsu that he had. And he gives it, he shares it with, he has a feast every night for his animals and everybody else. And now Fagia and Naruto's minds are now linked. And she really meant the Nine Tails.
Hey, Dabu.
Hi, mother.
Hi, baby.
Okay, and their minds are now linked. So they can talk telepathically and everything. So Naruto's like, it's like, okay, I guess. And guess what? Naruto asks, let's say Yamato becomes